Hey everyone, welcome. So this video will take a look at MP-53 Skids. He is a newly released figure as of this video, and he is sort of a return to the MP-10 era of Masterpiece. You'll see what I mean during the transformation. Skids is a character that goes all the way back to the Diaclone line, and his original Generation 1 form was that of a Honda City Turbo, and this is the same form. Interestingly enough, the same designer did both of those figures many years apart, which I actually personally think is very, very cool. Skids wasn't really in the cartoon very much. I think he was only in one episode. He was featured in the UK comics a little bit more. And he's kind of an awkward sort of character design. He looks very strange in the US cartoon. His arms are in a wonky spot. So I'm really glad they didn't go super cartoon accurate with him. He's kind of a mix between the colors are very cartoon, but a lot of the detail is very toy accurate, and it's kind of returned to form a little bit with Masterpiece, in my opinion. I think he's a really, really cool figure. I will definitely go over all these opinions in my review. So please, before we get to it, hit that thumbs up button, hit the thumbs down vote button if you have to, comment, and subscribe. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. And first things first, let's take a look at this box art. He definitely comes in the standard Masterpiece box art that we all know and love. He's got a really nice image of him here. Looks like he's almost transforming into action. He's got the city, because it is a licensed Honda City Turbo. It is MP-53 Skids, alt mode, bot mode, Transformers Masterpiece. Lots of words on the bottom, which I can't read. Another picture on the side. On the back, you have what he could do. This is very cool that his door can open. The hood opens. Trunk opens, and you can store his guns inside. And he can put his guns on his arms. So there's not a lot of gimmicks this guy has. He honestly does not come with too much. And he does look very good next to the other Masterpiece. He is a very good looking robot, as you will soon see. All right, opening the box, you do get a clamshell with Skids, and it is taped up. So Skids comes in there. You get a blaster and another gun here, which is nicely painted. A Masterpiece collector card. The bio on the back. And the instruction sheet, which folds out to be fairly large and is consistent with the design work of all the other Masterpieces. Very clear, very easy to follow. This guy's not super hard to transform anyway, but it is, as you can see, it's quite large. It's too bigger than I can get on the camera without pulling way back. As most of the Masterpiece instructions, it is double-sided. You get some pictures. You get where he puts the weapons, front, side, and back shots of both the car and the robot. Okay, let's get a real good close-up look. Just a quick turnaround on this guy here. He's got just a ton of detail on the outside of the car. He looks quite wonderful. A lot of tampograph decals. I believe there's a lot of paintwork. I can't really tell if these parts are actually painted. All the blue color matches quite well. It is clear here, so this is definitely paint. We can see Honda, City. You see the logos on the side, the tail lights, line around the bumper, turbo on the side here, all the way down. Looks like he even has a little keyhole that's painted silver. Just really, really detailed, excellent looking Honda logo. As you see, it's officially licensed, and the Autobot logo showing up. And I mean, another thing, getting off the turntable, he rolls really very well. Even for having such a small clearance, he rolls really nice. He's got some really cool features in car mode, where his hood actually, kind of open it up and pull it out a bit to get it up, but there you go. And look on the inside here, there's engine details, which is another really cool thing. One of the things that is different from this masterpiece, that the mirrors are not removable. They are actually hard plastic. They're not soft like we have seen previously. And in robot mode, they fold in. And you can actually do that in car mode as well if you don't like the mirrors sticking out like that. So you don't have to have them. The door's technically open, but there's not really much to see inside. You can fit a little figure in there. That there's one that comes with, I believe, Reboost or Crosscut, one of those two. This guy does not come with that. He's actually lacking in accessories when compared. You could open the back compartment here, and you see there is, if I get the light in there, you see there's a little kind of tab in there, and so that, if I can get my giant fingers in there, actually could tab into right there, so you could actually store this right in there. I can't actually get if I get that tabbed in without taking the whole thing apart. So there, it'll tab in just like that, and it could stay in there. And this just actually kind of sits in here, and then you could close the back up, and that's him with both of his weapons. Now, as I said, he is lacking on the accessories front, which is both refreshing and kind of disappointing, because the other figures, the other repaints of this guy do have the extra gun. It has the little motorcycle, a little driver, all for the same price. So they should have included, or less of the price, I think. They should have included some of the accessories. But however, this is beautiful, and that's really a very small complaint. So let's get into comparisons really fast. Here he is with the original Skids. So all the detail you can see is really there. That's very cool. It actually, I can't get that down. Oddly enough, transforms in a very similar manner. Let's stay down. Transforms in a similar manner to this one. It's kind of interesting how this one transforms, which I'll get to in a minute. There's the back. So this has seen better days. Moving on, here he is with Masterpiece Sideswipe, Masterpiece Prowl. Let's go to the other side. So he is kind of an odd scale because he's really kind of bulky and big. But I don't know. I kind of dig the way he looks with these guys. Make Toys Downbeat, which I actually think he looks pretty great with. All right, so getting into transformation. Transformation of this guy is not super complicated, not over the top, very refreshing. One thing am going to want to do first is open this up. If you have the weapon stored, pull that out, open it up like this, and take the weapons out and set them aside. Might actually have to have that one. There we go. Then you want to take the doors, kind of like there's little tabs here. Pull this out a little bit and it'll open. Same with the other side. Pull that out a little bit and it'll open. And then take this whole bottom piece, kind of pull up like that. I'll move my camera so I have a little more room here. So you have this whole bit just open. And of course, these are the legs. Now, I'm saying about this transformed very similar to the Generation 1 is the legs kind of fold up. They fold this way, and then you see the whole leg. This kind of snakes them a little bit, but it's still really cool. You lift these up. Two pieces here. You can pull the legs out. These two joints here straighten. Go ahead and pull the legs apart. Then you could pull this, push that around like this. Same with this one. Now these are one thing I do not like. These don't exactly latch. They don't latch. If there's a little latch on there, it would have been really cool. It's not necessarily needed, but it would be nice. Now on the bottom here, we can see where his feet are. Pull them out. Now his toe has a little tiny tab and a slot. Put that, snap it in. He has a heel spur. You just kind of unfold, take the tire wheel, move that around, and there his foot. And do the same thing for the other side. Okay, so we have his legs done. Now I move to the upper body. Go ahead and move this piece out of the way. And kind of fold this up a little bit. And what you're going to want to do is, here's the arms. The arms right here kind of are tucked in, they're tucked under and around. So we kind of want to pull them out like this. I'll get them up like that and then pull them up and around. So we're going to pull them out a little bit, then up. This joint is really tight. So it's a lot harder to do on that side and around. Now you want to make sure they clear here because these pieces are going to tab into here. So let's just finish up the arms real quick. Just turn it around. You have a little flap right there. That flap opens up, and let's see if we get a good shot of it. There's a slot right there, and there's a little tab right there. So you kind of want to line those up and push that around and get that in there just like that. Turn this around. Move the arm, shoulder down and around like this. Damn, stupid camera, blurry. Kind of unfold the arm just like that. Do the same thing to this side. Okay, now we will take these pieces. These get moved like this, and then these get tabbed in here, up and tabbed in, like so. So you have something that looks like this. You go ahead and open the hood now before we attach everything, and just put those mirrors in. There we go. Close the hood all up. Snap that back. Go ahead and get the head out just by pushing the head up from the back around. And then this is kind of hard to get on camera, but there are tabs there and a slot up there that is the front, this whole front assembly here snaps into. So you're going to kind of want to line that up. And it's kind of a pain to line up for me. But you can line it up. You gotta make sure these arms are out of the way and line up on both sides. There's one side and the other side. So they're kind of lined up and they snap into place. And what holds it in place further is this backpack piece. So this backpack piece, actually there's a hinge right there in the middle. And then this is interesting. So as the back doors I've showed you, could go in and out. Well, that is actually doubles as a slot. So you want to move this like this, and there's a tab on his back there, and kind of move that all the way around. And you want to put the tab, friction that without pushing this in. You kind of friction it in, and then you friction, so you friction it into that hinge, and then this piece goes over the tab. It actually, if I actually locks it into place very well, and that locks the whole body in place. So there you have robot mode. Make sure his hips are pulled out because they kind of do it automatically when you take the hips apart, but in case you haven't, these do slide in and out. And there you have his robot mode. It is, I mean, he looks very good in robot mode. So articulation wise, he is articulated 360 at the waist. He has 360 at the head. If you get your fingers in there, it's I think he's on a ball joint. It's hard to say. You could look down, hardly at all, but he can look up, mainly due to transformation. He could do 360 at the shoulder if the door wasn't there. His shoulder joint's kind of neat. How it kind of rotates around the center part here to go all the way up. He has bicep swivel. He has more than 90 degrees at the arms. He has wrist swivel and finger joints. So he has these three on one joint and the trigger finger on another. His legs could go back, oops, not at all. His legs can't go back any further than that, which is a shame. But he could go pretty high kick. And his clicky, he could go out the legs about that far, not quite full way. His knees are a little over 90. Of course, as you can see, he does have rotation to about there. Maybe I could get 360. Kind of hits a little bit. Either way, it's enough. He has ankle rocker, and he does have, look at that. There he does have a bit of tilt. So he does. You can get him in some pretty decent poses. He does look pretty good. He may not be as articulated as some of the newer ones, but either way, I think that the design is very good. So for the guns, there's slots here, a vertical and horizontal slot at either side. And you could put either one of these guns on either side. It does not have a handle, so it doesn't hold anything as a handle. So you just kind of put that and friction it into place right there. Or it doesn't matter, you can do it either or here on the side or on the top or either arm. Either which way you like it to look. And let's get into some comparisons. Starting out with Blue Streak. I get him to stand up. So you can see the height is relatively the same as the previous car boss. We have Sunstreaker here for comparison as well. All very comparable in height. And how it compares to Optimus Prime. So there he is with a couple of the other Masterpiece bots. Good scale. He looks fantastic with them. Let's take a look at his Generation 1 incarnation. So his G1, he's very accurate too. One thing I really like is this detail on the legs here. Actually looks like the sticker detail here. And he's got a lot of the detail on the knees, which mimic here. Not too much on the side here because these are much larger, but I really dig that. The feet and everything. So it's very toyetic. I really like how much the toy is represented in the sculpt work for this one. It's something you don't see in the newer Masterpieces anymore. It's something I did like, and you know, it's one of those things that I wish they would continue doing. I'm absolutely happy that they did. Now, if you notice how the weapons are here, he has just this weapon, which is kind of the same shape as the launcher here. And he does not have, he has his two double barrel, but he does not have this weapon, which is what Crosscut and Reboost comes with, which is this weapon. So that's kind of a shame. I wish this one came with more accessories, like the other repaints of this one come with the more accessories. However, it's an excellent homage to the Generation 1 and the cartoon, and just an overall wonderful masterpiece. I definitely give this one 2 thumbs up for sure. I like this figure. I like this figure a lot. He's easy a probably 8.5 to 9 out of 10. He's fantastic. He doesn't have any metal on him. I think that kind of is a little bit of a knock. And my other knock is his hips aren't really super tight. The joints aren't tight. And I hope the repaints of him, Crosscut and Reboost, don't share that. Now maybe this is only my example. I don't know. Otherwise, the joints are fine. He holds together really well, and he's definitely a return to form. And I've transformed this guy so many times, and I don't feel I'm going to break him. He's not super difficult to transform. Like, I just want to pick him up. He's a transformer you could pick up and fiddle with and put back and pose. To me, that's what made Masterpiece, is you're not going to break the damn thing when you transform it. And you could pose it, and it's fun, and it's a clean transformation and a very clean robot mode. I think he looks great, and he's the best version of this character in Masterpiece scale to be released. And that's what I want from a Takara Masterpiece. I want something that has that quality, has the sculpt work, and has something, a little bit of magic about it. I want to say this guy has a big, huge bunch of magic, but how he goes together is very, very nice and reminiscent of that G1 design and transformation in a way that is magic. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.